Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things life. I hope you had an amazing week and I hope you're looking forward to this video just as much as I was looking forward to making it. So let's get right into it. In today's video, I want to do a part 2 of the video that I did last week. And for those who are joining in for the first time, I'm going to give you a quick recap of what we talked about, and don't forget to subscribe. So in my last video, I talked about the importance of hibernating, the importance of going away from social media, be it for a day, be it for a few days, be it for a few weeks, a few months, whatever time frame that works for you. It's healthy for you to take a break from social media. And I gave 4 reasons why you should do that. The first reason is burnouts are real. You can't consistently be productive and you can't deal with your own inadequacies while dealing with the pressures of social media. The second reason is going away from social media immunizes you from unhealthy competition, because for every day you feel down, there are 10 people trying to convince you how amazing your life is, and it can damage you if you're not careful. The third reason is you need to heal. We live in a society that has taught us to process our emotions on Facebook, on our Instagram stories. So each time we're hurt or going through something, we're just going to take it right there and deal with it there. So, and that's not how healthy, nor is it sustainable. And the fourth reason is brick holes are real, and when you hit those curveballs, you don't need everyone else's voice in your ears. You need your voice sitting down and re-strategizing. And for these reasons, you should take a break from social media. And in today's video, in the part 2, I want to tell you how to do it. How do you go on doing it? It's one thing for me to just come in and say, hey, you go away from social media. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. But then the next logical question is, hey, Petronella, how do we do it? And in this video, I want to talk about a few things that can help you understand that. And the first point is how you hibernate, how you go away from social media is dependent first and foremost by who you are and what you use social media for. There are so many people using social media for different reasons. Maybe you're an influencer. There are so many of those these days. Maybe you're a hair influencer, a model, a speaker, or I don't know, or you use social media to market your products, or you use social media to communicate with your friends, or you use social media to learn or to offer courses. So a lot of people are using social media for these different reasons, and these people are not going to hibernate the same way. So let's give an instance. So if you're an influencer and you constantly have to come up with content, you cannot hibernate the same way that a person who just uses social media to just check up on people hibernate. So it's important for you to think about all these things when you're thinking, you know what, I want to start looking out for my mental health. I want to start looking out for my screen time, how much I actually spent on looking on social media. Like, the moment you start asking yourself these questions and thinking through these things, the next question should be, okay, this is who I am, this is how I relate to social media, how do I do it? And that's the most important thing. But then I have to put a footnote. I have to say this. It's no matter who you are, there are times where you're going to have to go cold turkey. Whether you're an influencer, whether you are a whatever, there are moments where you just have to go cold turkey. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I'm a writer. I love motivating people. I love using my story to influence and touch people's lives, and I live for that. It gives me purpose, it gives me meaning. But I got to a point where I felt like I was losing my identity. I stopped being the girl who dared to dream, who wants to inspire all these kids, and became the girl, oh my God, what am I going to post next? Which picture am I going to post? What cage statement am I saying today? I sort of got lost in the process of social media, being heard, what's politically correct, what's not, what can I say? And I lost it. I stopped being the girl who dared to dream to being the girl who wants to get views in a way, sort of like, oh my God, this. So because I was in that space, I just had to stop. It didn't matter I was an influencer or not, I just had to stop. So you could be in that journey where you're like, you know what, I am an influencer, I am this person, but it's not sustainable. I'm not in the correct mindset to continue doing this. I'm heading for a crash. I'm going downhill. If you are like that, if you're going through that, then it's okay for you to hit brakes and re-strategize and come back clarified, clear, and and focused again. Sorry about that. I just had to put that side note because it's important. It's people struggle with different things, and if you're struggling with something like that, hey, you're not alone. I'm here. I've been there. I've dealt with it. You can deal with it too, and it's going to be okay. So, having talked about that, who you are and how you relate to social media, let's now talk about how you can do it. There are two ways of doing it. The first way is just going cold turkey, going quiet, stopping to post, just even you could go a little extreme and delete social media. I wouldn't advocate for that. I didn't do that if I'm being completely honest. But you could do that. You could just say, for the next week, I'm not opening my Facebook. For the next week, I'm not opening my Instagram. For the next week, I'm not opening my Twitter. For the next, I'm just going to go cold turkey. I just need to get away from this. I just need to just step into the zone where I can detoxify. And this approach works mostly for people who are overwhelmed. This approach works for people who wants to heal, who are struggling with something, and you just need a break, a clean slate to heal. And that's the first way you could go about it. So I would say, if you're going through something that really needs you to zero in on within, then maybe going cold turkey could be good for you. Yeah, and then the second way of doing it is regulation. So this is where you would be like, oh my god, I usually post 5 things a day. I'm going to start posting 2. Or you say, oh, I usually spend like 4 hours a day on social media, on Facebook. I'm going to start spending 30 minutes. So when you regulate, it's sort of like you putting parameters in place. So I now have this thing where I'm like, okay, I won't go on social media. I won't go on social media after 9 p.m. or before 11 a.m. So, and if I'm at work, I'm not even posting, looking at whatever. I will do it after work or on weekends. So I've sort of like come up with systems where I'm like, okay, I'm going to regulate how I relate with social media. I'm going to regulate how I produce content, how I do this. And sort of like, so you could also come up with a system that works for you. I had a friend who had this thing where he didn't get mobile data bundles, and he would only go on social media when he had access to Wi-Fi and stuff like that. That could be a little bit extreme, but the point underlying all of it is come up with ways that work for you. So depending on your mental state, depending on what you're going through, you could either go cold turkey or you could regulate. So whichever path you choose to follow, be truthful to it. If you say I'm going cold turkey, completely go cold turkey. If you say I'm going to regulate and you come up with systems and timelines on how to do it, then do it. If you also say, you know what, I'm going to just do an overall, I'm going to just edit and just rethink who I'm following and who I'm not following, then that's fine. If you also think, okay, I'm going to stop following this person. So it really looks different for different people. The bottom line is, whatever you decide to do that works for you, stick to it. You respect yourself when you stick to the decisions that you have made. Let me tell you this. When you make decisions and you stick to them, you respect yourself. It's just one of those tools that you need to develop self-respect, making decisions and sticking to them. So whether you decide to go cold turkey or to just completely go quiet, or whether you decide to regulate, be truthful to it. I should put in a quick side note. If you do decide to go cold turkey, just tell the people that love you and care for you. You don't want people being worried and thinking, oh my god, where is she? What's going on with you? So sort of like, you know what, just tell those people, hey, I'm okay. I'm just going through something, but I'm fine. If you need me, call me. I'll be there. And those other people that you don't talk to, they can just miss you and see you after 6 months. I didn't tell you to do that, but yeah. So that's it from me, guys. That was the part 2. Hopefully we'll have a part 3. We definitely will, because it's sort of like, it's one of a few. I've been getting some feedback, and some of the feedback has always been, so who has to hibernate? I don't post on social media as much as you do, or as much as this person does. Do I have to hibernate? I'm going to answer the question in the next video. Yes, you do. You may not post something, but you spend so much time on social media, more than that person that's posting something. Yes, you do, and you know it. So yeah, this is it for me, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If it was your first time, please subscribe. If it was your second and third time, thank you. Continue watching, leave your comments. Let's have these conversations going.